we need to buy a new ship now because we're on class 2. Cost 50 there. Yeah, all of the ships. Cause like here's how this works. There's a bunch of different manufacturers. Yeah, you see? Conqueror, these guys with the not pod racers. You got Königsworth with these. I don't know what the heck this is. ESA, not 5-star. This is my my go-to. This is probably gonna be my go-to in higher classes, to be honest. These guys are new. These were not in the game last time I played, so that's cool. Look really difficult to handle with low grip and low acceleration and high max speed. I don't know about those. This is also really pleasant craft to steer. I haven't dared this because it just looks like a sort of mutant firefly with a giant ball of Tesla coils inside of it. It's one of those plasma globe. What's it? Anyway, I think I'm actually gonna stick with Conqueror. Jeez, I feel like I'm going crazy. Words aren't working. Yes, for 30 grand, I put more pipes on my ride. Look at that. You went from being this to being that. You can also change colors. Also, there's liveries that you can unlock, and you can trade them on Steam. That's a neat concept. That looks cool. That doesn't, honestly. It looks kind of like solar panels or something. I'm trying a little bit hard to be futuristic, I feel. That's neat, but it messes with the simplicity. This just looks like VVVVV. That's cool. Oh, ooh, it's got like a cool symbol on front. Anyway, I kind of like this if I could give it a different color set. I do actually really like the orange and black of the original. That's one of my favorite color combinations on real life vehicles. This is kind of cool too, though. This platinum, luxurious, freaking rarity purple, whatever. Okay, that just looks cool too. It's a little bit too bright for my. Let's go with a subtle sky blue with the orange tinted windscreen. That's nice.
Here you can spend your fortune to upgrade your ship. Each ship can be upgraded in 4 areas: engine, magnets, structure, energy.
Indeed. I will upgrade the grip, because again, I am bad at this game. You can only upgrade each of these sections once. It gives you a noticeable boost to your stuff. I mean, yeah, sure, if I can afford it, might as well upgrade the turbines. Increased speed and grip, that's about all I need. So let's go with that now. And I don't have any power-ups now. Oh wait, yeah I do. Oh, that's right, power-ups are not ship specific, because you can swap them in or not. Upgrades are ship specific though. Let's stop talking and start racing. Last man standing.
3, 2,
yeah, it's the first
1,
race of the game.
Go.
Look at that. What am I doing? I should keep my eyes on the road. Or the magnetic track. Ooh, already, yeah, this feels different than the class 1 with this. It's not like ridiculously noticeably faster. It's not like in Wipeout when you go from one class to the other and it's just like a whole new world, but it really does feel very different. Coming for you, Lawrence. What would it look like if you were to put those like neons that were popular on cars in like street racing cars around, like, you know, the Fast and the Furious era type street racing? Those neon underlights. What would happen if you put those in hovercraft? That would probably look really cool. You can't put spinners of a heart. Wow, that turn is easier to take with this craft than it was with the other. Probably because I've upgraded the. I mean, it comes with the better grip because it needs to, because it's faster. But I also did upgrade the grip on this one, and I didn't on the class 1. So that's probably why. It feels like turning it feels floatier. But it also has a snappier turn if I really wanted to go someplace. And obviously increased max speed. Feels good. Feels real good. Ah. overcompensated there.
Contender eliminated.
Did I mention how much I like this soundtrack? It doesn't have the same character of, say, an F-Zero game soundtrack. It also doesn't have the just... I don't know what to call the Wipeout soundtracks. That's one thing. I haven't played a lot of the Wipeout games, but I've listened to the soundtrack, so I think all of them, they're all really good. But they're like, they got this sort of dark, futuristic thing going for them. At least they used to. Which I really like. They're really pumping in a whole different way. But it's just pleasant to listen to this game. It almost strikes a balance between having this sort of just transientness of something that just is in the background and you can zone out to and not pay attention to, while also having these little bits of melody and recognizable hooks here and there that you latch onto every time you hear them. It's good stuff. And of course, a couple of different tracks that are also, again, apparently, like, I don't really understand exactly how it works, but it sounds like they're sort of remixable in-game. I want to say there's 2 tracks per environment, but the order sort of in which the parts appear can be different, so it's more nebulous than just saying there's 2 songs per environment. Although again, like a game like F-Zero has 1 song per environment, so whatever. And the sandstorm. And the music gets muted when you fly into the sandstorm, and there's like this whooshing sound. Man, it's so good. I'm glad I turned the difficulty level up, because otherwise this would have been absolutely ridiculous. It's normally not the enemy raisers, the opponents, rather, enemies. Don't call them enemies. Hey, pro tip, if you're ever playing like a sport in real life, or like football, or if you're a racer of some kind, don't call your opponents enemies. It really sends the wrong signal to call real life human beings your enemy. That's not good.
Pilot level increased. You have just been offered a contract from a racing team. Contracts will ask you to drive a specific ship and present you with an extra challenge for bigger rewards. Be careful though, some contracts require to pay in advance. Others have a penalty fee if they are not fulfilled.
I don't really have to explain anything about this game, do I? Race with this ship, obtain a medal for 8,000 bucks. I will do that. It's Alaska. The Airborne is a medium-fast circuit with 3 big air jumps, one of which is particularly challenging. In this old-school event, no power-ups are allowed. That's the way I like it, though. I'm just gonna take a second to look at this track. Oh, never mind. Touching the left thumbstick cancels out. I thought it was just gonna be one of the buttons, but nope. Oh no, not this track. I remember this track. I remember having problems with this track. I was not even using this ship last time I played this track. Hello, thank you very much. That's very kind of you. Thank you. I'm upside down. Oh, I think I know which is the challenging jump. There's one jump where if you cut it, if you go short, you make it, and if you go far, you make it. But if you nail that spot in between, you'll land on a different section of the track, and you explode. Here it is. That's the one. You sort of have to know what you're doing before you get there, otherwise you're going to lose a lot of speed trying to correct. Oh, did I go far enough? Yes, I did.
New record.
You know, it's not hard to get new records when you're playing on a clean save, you know. It's going to happen about once every time you go to a new track. I'm in first again. How did that happen? Anyway, as I was saying last track, it's often not actually the AI that's the challenge in this game. It's more about surviving the tracks. Because the AI is so... It's not very consistent, which I suppose is a knock I have to give it. Because in a game like... I'm gonna keep bringing it up. In a game like F-Zero, the AI behavior was very self-consistent. You could expect them to act similarly every time you raced a race with the same people in the same places. This not so much. There's sometimes they just sort of start crashing into each other and trying to take each other out, and then you speed on ahead and they have no chance of catching up. But hey, at least it's not rubber banding, right? I'm not used to this sound, this track, this song, it's sounding like this. It's weird. It's like I'm playing a whole new game. I'm just taking it easy now. I feel like I'm far enough ahead that I don't have to worry. Oop. Yep, still not taking that turn well though. I don't know if it's possible to fly over that section of track in this particular ship, but we'll revisit this track later in like Class 3 or Class 4, and at that point it's definitely possible to fly over that track instead of under it.
New record. Congratulations. Gold medal awarded.
Level 10, level 11. Wow, yeah, look at that. Look at that, it's almost 10 seconds. Wait, it is 10 seconds, it's 10.7 seconds in fact. Hey guys, that's a bit ridiculous. And I watched the global leaderboards, I'm gonna be at spot like 2000. But, oh, it doesn't exist. Does it?
Pilot
I don't,
level increased.
maybe that's just time. Oh, I suppose
New
that's probably
events
like
available.
a time trial thing, right?
Contract completed.
Money! Cairo, Sirocco. One could really enjoy the majestic scenery of the desert and the Sirocco oasis. Too bad the clock will be ticking. I'm gonna upgrade my power-ups, actually. That's 9 grand, I can afford that. It's 15 grand, I can afford that. Magnetic stabilizer, please. That's 15 grand too, I can also afford that. That'll do, now I got fully maxed out power-ups. I'll never touch the power-up menu ever again. No, I will. There's gonna be survival races later on, in which the goal is to not explode, and I tend to spec differently for those.
3, 2, 1, go.
So this is... Oh yeah, this is time. Okay, yeah, this is... The career progression... the progression of events in the career in this game are actually... I can't even talk. I'm not even doing anything. It's just this is the first time, my first time on this track in, I don't know, like half a year or something. And just being on it is enough to make my brain shut down and focus completely on what is happening on screen instead of inside my own head. The progression of events is really nice because, like, the first time, again, there's a bunch of different, I think now, including the DLC, there's probably like, what is it, it's 5, 6, 7 different environments, I think, with 5 distinct circuits on each environment. That's a lot of tracks. So what the game does is, during the career, I mean, as you've seen, we've only been introduced to 2 of the environments, and it's not track by track either. It goes back and forth a little bit, lets you experience different game modes on different tracks that you're already familiar with, and then every time, this is going to happen without fail, I know this much. Every single time there's a new track that we've never seen before, our first event on it is going to be a time trial, so that you don't have to worry about anything except yourself and the track and the idiot who keeps running his mouth because he's not paying attention to anything that's happening. It's smart. It feels kind. It feels like the game cares about you. It wants you to learn how to do things right and not just throw you into the fray. On the other hand, there are definitely some tracks in this game that feel, even when you're being... Oh god, it's so hard to see. Storm. Sandstorm. That's a track that would fit this game, right? Maybe that's a little more of a Wipeout style song. Haha, YouTube jokes. But yeah, there's some later tracks that have sections that are a little bit tricky. And from what I've seen, I have not seen much, but from what I've seen of Europa, there's a chance that I will explode a lot. There's a chance, from what I've heard, There's also, I think there's also a track on Neptune that I think I read, was a Reddit thread, I think, where people were like, yo, this circuit is messed up. There's an achievement you get for exploding 5 times in 1 lap. I did not get that achievement my first time playing through the whole career. The first time, 5 times in a lap is a lot. Even if it's a difficult game, exploding 5 times in 1 lap, that's a lot. I might, based on what I've heard about Neptune, the one track on Neptune, and all of Europa, I might be able to keep that up this time. Hey, here's V.E.R.T.E.X. Check this out, this is one of the DLCs. The V.E.R.T.E.X is a training simulation software. The Federation streams some training sessions to the public. It's your turn in the spotlight now. Jump in. We're jumping in. It's V.E.R.T.E.X, the first DLC track to be featured in this Let's Play. Look at this goddamn environment. What is this? I'm not much for the whole, you know, virtual reality theme that a lot of games tend to have, levels that just spontaneously go, hey, it's VR, so anything can happen. But it's hard not to, at least a little bit, fall in love with the aesthetics of this circuit. I mean, look at this crap. What is this? And the music, even. Oh, I love it. Let's just race. I've played this one before, so this probably shouldn't be too bad. He says, and then slams into a wall. Oh, so slow. Ah, missed the boost. Why? Still feels different. I've played this track a couple of times in quick play before I decided to do this the way I'm doing it right now, because I only had the first unlocked anyway. This first circuit of the environment, I mean. I played it, I think, once or twice in Class 1 and then once or twice in Class 4. So playing it now in Class 2, it feels different. I wasn't used to this. I thought I was going to be more used to it because I was like, it's a track I've played. Even though it's new, it's going to be familiar. It's not familiar. It's just enough of a difference between this and the other classes that it's just a little nuance, like how you take certain corners. Is my best lap 0.6 seconds? No, it can't have been, because that would have been platinum. I don't know what just happened. What is that? Okay, look at those times. Jesus Christ. Lunar Fangs. So that's V.E.R.T.E.X. I look forward to seeing more of that.